Yo, what's good? It's Paul, back with Unwanted Thoughts for a second round. It's been a few months since the last episode. But yeah, I not like anyone asked or anything, but I feel like I should state my I should like make it very clear where I stand with like rap and my approach to like doing it, because well, for multiple reasons. First reason being I just I love the craft element of rap and hip hop so much, and I feel like people are so enamored with the grandiose like element of rap and like making rap stuff. Not grandiose in the sense of like, oh, I have $1 trillion and here's my nice car and here's how big the crib is or whatever, but like grand in the sense of I guess listening to the final product of like our favorite like rappers that we enjoy listening to, and how they do it and how they say certain things and what type of beats they rap on. And I feel like we're all really obsessed with, you know, their process and their work, which is a good thing. But I think it's definitely a little bit toxic as when you like decide to like start making stuff, like start making your own rap stuff. Toxic if you don't know how to like create separation between your craft and theirs. Essentially, I'm trying to say like there's, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and just like shit on like everyone, because for the most part, like at least I think people in like my direct circle, and the people we all look up to, I think we're all definitely making an effort to be like a little bit more creative with what we're doing and how we're, you know, rapping and how we're making beats. But I just understand from like a more personal place, or I guess I understand art from a very interesting place, right? So like I'm 27, and my whole life all I've done is, not my whole life, but for a long time I've made music, right? I've like made beats at one point. I've rapped, I rap, I make beats currently as well. But as far as coming to, or I guess as far as like reaching singularity with like your creative process as well as your creations, I feel like we have to, or no, we don't have to do anything because I don't know anything, but I feel like for me, it was very important to like understand that just because I like the way something sounds, something that I didn't make sounds, doesn't mean I have to make an effort to like, that just because I like the way something sounds doesn't mean I have to use that as like a point of reference or like for inspiration. That sounds kind of crazy, but like as of recent, I'm like entering this weird headspace when I'm making stuff where it's like I'm completely like refuting everything that I enjoy and like that I would naturally like enjoy and gravitate to or towards, and trying to like actively trying to find comfort in sounds that are unfamiliar, but then making them familiar with repetition and like, you know, how I, you know, chop up the sample, you know, it's like I feel like I used to like try and form this aesthetic by like, oh yeah, I'm only gonna flip like beats from, or I'm only gonna flip like samples from a certain era because that's like an easy way to like have a consistent sound. Whereas now I'm realizing that the consistency can be in the way that I'm making this, or I'm like transporting this through my you know, my brain, and like how it like amalgamates with like, I hope that's the right way to use that word, but how it like turns into an amalgamation of like my process, my experiences, and how that's like actualized on, you know, my little 16 pads. And that's how I feel about like, I don't even know how this started, but whatever. But that's how I feel right now. Might change later. But as far as like writing, and like what we're, the conversation for like lyricism, or just like I'm pretty sure it started with like, oh, this is conscious rap, this is a certain type of rap, and like people will give credit to like various sword styles, you know, various like penmanships, various kinds of penmanships, and like I think this kind of brings me back to the first point where it's like it's almost always like aesthetic. What's that? It's almost always like aesthetic over like it's like aesthetic and content over like the actual craft, if that makes any sense. Like the reason I even like started recording this is because I was like I was listening to Errol Holden, and I like quickly like started like getting or started feeling like my perspective on this is like more validated than ever, because I think, you know, he's a fantastic rapper, and so is like, you know, like a Rock or like a Mach-Hommy or you know, so many great artists, you know, like a Jack, like a Geist, so many great artists. But I think the through line for all these like people I mentioned, and like I kind of see myself in all of them as well, because I think the through line is that knowingly, well, you know, like there was either a conscious effort to master like the art of I think Ka had said linguistic cinema, and they've all mastered that. But even deeper than that, on like another layer, it's like it's not just the ability to like, or their ability to like paint pictures with words, or you know, tell a story a certain way that like hits you and makes you feel something. But it's really just like like they've either subconsciously or consciously made an effort to be literally just good at writing. Like not writing raps, not writing songs, not writing epitaphs, not writing goddamn eulogies, whatever. Like they've all just figured out at this point in their lives and careers, respective careers and lives, just how to write proper, like how to like properly like put words together on a very foundational level. And I think that's what's missing. I think people, a lot of people, just completely ignore the actual schematics of syntax and grammar and the stuff we all learned in elementary school. Rhyme, sentence structure. It's almost like we all like thought elementary school English was like, oh, this is English class, whatever. And then we got to like middle school and we heard big words like this is a metaphor, this is an onomatopoeia, and immediately like our brains like turn, and we're like paying more attention to that as like, you know, and we like completely adopt those things in our writing, in our literature, or literary efforts, and which is good, like I'm all for like a cool punchline. I'm all for like whatever, but we're forgetting the like we're forgetting ground zero a lot. We're forgetting how to like just say things. Like just say things. And I think when we all like come to like a point of like, I guess I would say like an artistic rock bottom, or just like rock bottom in life, but specifically pertaining to art. Like when you reach a point where it's like nothing is enjoyable, and this is not fun anymore, like, but like you're resilient enough to like keep going. I think that really like those experiences, like hitting rock bottom, definitely like breeds a sense of like almost like a sense of contempt for like how things are. And when that happens, and you're on this quest of like self-discovery and whatever, like at least for me, I had to like go all the way back. Like, all right, like where did it start? Like where did Paul begin? Like what did I learn? What did I experience? What did I understand? What didn't I understand? If I didn't understand it, all right, let's go relearn that. And yeah, like I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, like I started this by saying like I want to let my like point of view be known, but I guess to kind of like say what I've been trying to say this whole time, which is gonna be about myself, of course, because I'm fucking selfish and I'm an egotistical piece of shit. I don't make music and I don't rap because I enjoy it. I do this out of this is compulsive. This is an obsession. This is do or die. It's not because this is something that I've, practiced a lot. It's not because it's something that I find myself in. It's none of that. I do this because I have to. And I'm okay with that. But because I have to do this, and I quite literally have no other choice, I choose to understand what I'm doing to the best of my ability and to put 110% effort into doing it, which means when I'm writing and recording and making beats, it's math to me. It's not art. it's not an emotional experience. It's not fun. This is me making this is me executing calculations and code and using vocabulary as like the the receivable signal. Like this is surpassed like, oh, like it's about the art. No, nigga, maybe it is for you, but at least for me, this is math, dude. This is a fucking grid. And I'm just like dot matrix fucking robot in dot matrix robot mode when I'm doing this. So yeah. 21 minutes. It's a while. But like, I guess I keep going. Like, I don't know if I mentioned already that I like put out my story or something about like how my writing is way more, or it's like not way more. Well, I might have lied on there because I said solely, but it really is solely. When I'm like conscious of it, it's like my writing is solely influenced by books and philosophy and short stories and quite literally words on paper. So there's no sound element that comes into play when I'm writing. This is the most like cut and paste collage, whatever, but I'm not. This sounds almost as crazy as someone saying I rap, but I'm not a rapper. But yeah, like this is for me this is a goddamn essay. This is a collection of essays and not a collection of writings for rap. I also just don't take many people seriously when it comes to like anything, but especially when it comes to hip hop and rap music. You love it, cool. You do it, cool. You've been doing it for years, cool. But like your foundation's fucked up. It's 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 not it's not it's not solid enough for me to take you serious. Yeah. I also feel very angry inside. Um, just because I am frustrated with people. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing? So, yeah, like, I just have to, like, say this right now because everyone's trash at rapping. People are nice at making beats because there's more like people are nicer at making beats than they are at rapping because for one, the the metric for proficiency for like beats or music without words goes only goes so far. When you like break into like the more abstract elements and all that, you can still, put that up against like a tangible metric, right? And people are so sick of making beats, honestly. Like I can't wait to be as good as like a Fuzzy or like like a Blaine, a Swipe X, like a Nio. Like these fools are all so good at making beats. But god damn. Like don't treat raps as like an add-on. Like if you spent 395 hours making a beat, like spend 395 hours times 2 writing your verse, because it requires a lot of care. It requires a lot of like attention to detail. It requires a lot of finesse. It requires a lot of information. It requires a lot of study. Like so do beats, but obviously everyone already has that on lock. Most people do. A lot of people still don't, but I just think like when we're dealing with writing especially, and like language, we need a little more, we gotta be a little more strict with ourselves, for sure. Like, nigga, MLA format your raps, bro. Like, it's only gonna help you. And I'm not shitting on the way you speak. I'm not shitting on the way whether the way you speak is exactly how you write things down, or I'm not even shitting on like your ideas or whatever. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's okay to not, like, it's okay to be excited about your verse and say this is the greatest thing in the world, and still be like, this isn't good enough. Like, it's okay to, like, just scrap the best thing you ever wrote and top it, like, or try to, yeah. Read more books, learn about things you're not interested in. Be uncomfortable more. And practice a lot. All this applies to me too. But this is just like a reminder, as well as a statement to me and whoever watches this. Yeah. You don't have to follow rules, but doesn't mean you should ignore them. As far as writing goes. As far as anything goes, regarding to rap, like, my fucking, I'm gonna say this one last thing before I shut up and practice. But like, I don't upload music to like the internet as well. Now I definitely do, but it didn't start off as like, I'm dropping a new album, check this out. It was an archive, because I'm disorganized and I'm not gonna go through my downloads folder. I'm not, like, I'm making so much stuff, it's like, and I don't even, half the names of like demos and shit are gibberish. So I started uploading stuff to organize what I made in a certain period or a certain span of time, certain time span. Like, I started uploading stuff so I didn't have to look on my computer, look in my computer, in my files to find stuff, because I don't have files or folders, or I didn't have files. I just had one big exports, and like, I don't care about entering the right metadata naturally, but with uploading stuff, it's like, oh, now you can, like, you have a couple more bookmarks, virtual bookmarks to like track your stuff. So that's why I started uploading stuff. And it took a life of its own. So I definitely sometimes feel like pressured into like, I don't feel pressured, I feel pressure to kind of like upload music in a certain format, and like, but I ignore that. So like, just know when you hear an album from me, it's really just like, this is what I worked on since the last album. So it's not like it's not a thing. Like, it's not it's simply like, it's just a compilation of what I've been working on, with a cool photo sometimes to support it, because that's mandatory. It also gives other people, the visual homies, it gives their work a little bit of support as well as mine. So that's good. So yeah, like, I think I've done a good job with keeping my DSP situation archival strictly. I fall off sometimes, and I'll like, oh no, album mode, I gotta like put this track with this track and blah blah blah. But for the most part, I'm just putting up what you hear. Or wait, what did I just say? I'm putting up what you hear, but I'm putting up like my demos in music terms. So yeah, I'm a stoic. That's what this is. Is this bad? Maybe. Definitely like dampens like experiences a lot. I don't care though. This is how it is. Everything's fabricated to a certain degree. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna keep sharing my little code experiments on paper with you guys. Whether you listen or not, doesn't matter to me. But if you do enjoy it, and you're kind enough to express your enjoyment to me and share your emotional state with me, regarding what I've made, thank you. I don't take it for granted. As a matter of fact, I take what I do so serious that that I almost don't care about what anyone has to say about it. But as far as being a human goes, thank you for sharing your light with me and for sharing positivity. I do my very best to do the same thing and to show love, but I'm not I don't care unless it's like good and backed by real life experience with the craft. So yeah. Thank you for support to the homies who do. Thank you for the emotional support. Thank you for the monetary support. And thank you for the creative support. I take this, I'm doing my best. And I will continue to do so until I can't. But just know I'm like this is like autonomous, like my mainframe is an autonomous robot and not an emotional poet. Peace, much love, and blessings.